And also just like shout out to men, if you're listening, just make us come immediately. Just eat us out, make us come. We get cum brain. I'll do your fucking laundry. Like I'll do anything you want.
This podcast and all podcasts are brought to you by Caveman Coffee. Caveman Coffee Co. on Instagram and Twitter. And find out all things Caveman. Some new apparel coming out too. Should be live in the next couple weeks. So at any rate, that's all happening. Nuevo Cerveza is a little microbrew that a friend of mine do. If you're into that, check it out. We just mixed a great amber and white gold. So we did the white gold coffee bean and an amber beer and brewed that up. We have a few kegs of it, and we will be opening a tap room, coffee house, and mercantile shop called Nuevo Cerveza headquarters here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And that'll be the only place that beer is available for now. But if you're in the area, stop in and holler. And you can find us Twitter and Instagram. Just hit up Nuevo Cerveza. Thank you very much. I want to also thank Original Nutritionals for all of my fish oil needs. Onnit.com. And I think that's it, you little freaks. God bless y'all, and I hope you enjoy the podcast. Have a great day.
A big Tait Fletcher.
Powerful Tait Fletcher.
Is a real alpha male.
Weightlifter.
He's a stuntman.
Movie star.
Robust, enthusiastic individual.
He's huge, by the way. He's like a monster person.
One of the sweetest guys I know.
He's bigger than life.
Actor.
Entrepreneur.
A fighter.
The jiu-jitsu technician.
He's also bald and he has all these tattoos. He's just a big fucking man.
A man, a myth, a legend.
Tait Fletcher.
Tait Fletcher.
Tait Fletcher.
What's up, Tait Fletcher, you bad motherfucker?
Tait Fletcher. Tait Fletcher is
Tait Fletcher.
Teddy bear motherfucking Fletcher, ladies and gentlemen.
That's Tait Fletcher, everybody.
The great Tait Fletcher. Tait the animal Fletcher. Tait the savage Fletcher. Always moving. There's no stillness with Tait Fletcher. You will find no dust.
Tait Fletcher's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. He just said the word erection.
Tait Fletcher.
Tait Fletcher's in the fucking house. Tait Fletcher!
Tait really blasts out some serious hardcore truth bombs, and I think you're really going to enjoy it.
And welcome the most beautiful. Hi.
Hello. I'm the most beautiful.
Well, I feel like we just got lucky that we both happen to be in Santa Fe at the same time.
It's perfect. I don't think there's luck involved. I think the universe is working on our side.
I think, like, well, for sure. Like walking, like I guess that night we just opened up that, it's called Nuevo Cerveza HQ. And HQ is where like Caveman Coffee's on tap, and where we've got a microbrew called Nuevo Cerveza, and then we've got a partnership with Santa Fe Brewing, and so we sell some of their microbrews, and so we just opened this little like internet cafe.
Is it right there?
Yeah.
Is that where we were? You were walking into it?
No. We were at another spot that we're affiliated with called the Burger Stand. Okay. But our beer's in there too. And then we even did our brewmaster did a Caveman Coffee and Nuevo, like a Pilsner. Mm-hmm. So he did a coffee beer for us, and we kegged that. And we'll have a grand opening in 2 weeks, I think. And keg beer and coffee will be available.
Sick.
But anyway, so we're walking around the corner, and then I bump into Annie Lederman.
It's Lederman.
It's Lederman forever.
How dare you?
Listen, forever.
How could you?
Anyway.
Yeah, I was just coming. I just...
And I'd just seen you in New York on Snapchat like the day before.
Yeah, I was in New Orleans. I went...
That's right, with some blonde hooker.
My beautiful friend Carly.
Right, that's
She's
what
gorgeous.
I said. That's what I said.
No, he sent me a thing like, your friend's hot. I'm like, yeah, no shit, dude. You should see us like when we're out.
You didn't say that. You said duh.
Duh. Whatever. It's the same diff. I was like, yeah. No. She's gorgeous. 25, so beautiful, cool, charming, down to earth.
She lives in Louisiana?
No, she lives in New York. She does girl code with me.
Oh,
Carly
cool.
Aquilillo. I can never say her name right. She's gorgeous. She's wonderful. She's a great person.
You have trouble with your own name, so it's understandable.
Sure. But yeah, no, we did a show. We were doing a festival called the Hell Yeah Fest, or the Hell Yes Fest, and we had a show that Thursday or Friday, that Thursday. And so we came for the week. We got this sick Airbnb. There was a hot tub in the living room. I mean, it was fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. And we just went out dancing every night.
Airbnb is the best, kind of.
It was, I mean, I'm not kidding. This Airbnb was unbelievable.
Like, they blow me away all the time.
It was the best. I've never seen anything, but it was beautiful. Yeah. Do you follow me on Instagram? Yeah. I posted so many pictures. See my butt pic?
No.
Of me taking a nap?
No, I missed it.
I'll show you. You'll like it.
Great.
But it just was like amazing. And we just had this like magical time. And then our show at the end of the week, we were handing out. No. We were doing a stand-up show.
Oh, cool.
For the festival. And so we shoot the show Girl Code together. But we were like, how are ticket sales? They're like, oh, well, they're fine. But it's like a new festival. So we're like, give us tickets. We'll give them out. So they gave us like 40 tickets and we just were going out dancing, meeting all these people. So by the end of it, we packed out this theater with just all people that we liked, that we met. We'd hung out with like a bunch of drag queens, like a bunch of tourists, a bunch of people, locals. It was just like really incredible. It's like one of my favorite shows I've ever done.
How many people were at the show?
Like 100, maybe more.
Is it?
I'm really bad.
Do you get people like that know you from the? Where do they get most of the fans from? From Instagram, from the show, from?
I don't
people that
know.
go up to your shows it's not people that are walk-ins anymore in comedy shows. Really.
But now it's starting to that's starting to wean out, which is great.
I feel like the whole culture is getting more potent that way.
Yeah, well, honestly,
it's like, there's not like walk-ins. Like people are very directed in how they want their entertainment.
Walk-ins can go either way. I like the challenge of a walk-in, but like I'm a filthy monster, and you see a guy. There's always a man with his arms folded up front, and I go, "How old's your daughter?" And she's always like late 20s, early 30s. I go, she's been jizzed on, sir. She came from jizz. She's been jizzed on. She's over it.
You don't even give them the option to. You might want to go. Just sit by the door because you're probably going to want to leave.
It's just like, no. They unfold. They because it is what they're doing is they're putting who I am. They're putting who the girl in their life is on me. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not coming to Thanksgiving unless you invite me.
Right.
Like I have a family. My father's proud of me.
Yeah.
And the loads I've taken. So
he's not proud of that.
He doesn't care.
No, he might not care, but he's not proud of it.
Dude, do you know that my mom told me.
Ignoring it and being proud is different.
Bro, Tait, I'm telling you, my mom recently was like, we listened to one of your podcasts. And I was like, oh God, no. Because I always had a ban. My family can't listen to podcasts and my boyfriends can't listen to podcasts.
Right. It's
I'm
too
like,
real for them.
It's just not going to be okay for them because I have to be free and open and be myself.
It's got to be hard for your boyfriends to go to your stand-up too.
Well, I don't care for them to, unless they're cool. Here's the thing. The next guy I date will not give a fuck what I say. He'll let me be free. And I will let him be free.
Can I say that I would always hope that the guys that you choose to date would be cool?
Yeah. No, they're cool, but it's like you know when it's just like
you're too real. You're as real as it is.
And I have fun, and I'm fucking have a shining light, and men just want to tarnish that light. They want to take a little bit of that shine away.
It's weird. Well, I think people do.
I get a lot of advice.
Because people want to date an animal. They're like, ooh, that sounds fun. Exactly what they're talking about, or whatever, and then they want you to not be that anymore after after they have an ownership of you, and it's a weird.
But there is no ownership. That's the thing that's so crazy. It's like connection, honesty, freedom.
You know.
But no, it is interesting. It's like, I'll meet these people, and I couldn't be doing better in my life. I couldn't feel more confident, be happier, be more grateful, be more present than I have ever been in my life. I'm out dancing. I'm like the only one dancing on the floor. I have so much fucking fun. And you're a single
lady.
I'm single, yeah. I mean, I'm not alone.
Oh boy.
But I'm having fun, but I'm having this great time. And then I get these dudes that are like trying to give me advice. And I'm like, yo, you can't fix something perfect.
Wow.
Let me be perfect. I'm a fucking mountain. Back the fuck up off me.
What would they say?
One guy was like, you should have children. And I was like, no, I'm good.
No way.
He's like, you should have kids. And I go, you know what? I'll freeze my eggs and deal with it when I'm 40.
What else? What are the top three that guys
say? And he goes, you'll be too old. And I go, listen, man, my life is fucking beautiful and perfect. And I'm so goddamn happy that there's no fucking way. I know like what would happen if I had children.
Oh, a kid would mute you.
No, but here's the thing. I am like a loving person. So I would love the shit on my kids and I wouldn't be able to do my job. But I love my job so much.
And then you'd have a private resentment that you have to work through spiritually about your kids.
Exactly, but I want to do comedy till I fucking die.
Yeah.
So if kids aren't in the picture, they're not in the picture. I'm a lovely aunt. I love being an auntie. And I'm good with that.
What are the other two?
What else do you say?
Have kids.
I'm trying to think of kids was one.
I could see how that would be a big one though. Because guys look at girls and they're like, I wonder what our kids would look like.
No, it's just like these little things. Another guy told me, we were driving around Santa Fe and I was like, dude, I banged in that bathroom. He goes, oh, gross, you're ruining the fantasy. And I go, this is not a person I'm hooking up with. This is just a person that was at a wedding with me. I go, and he's good looking, so he thinks that he has a chance. But I go, bro, first of all, I will remain a fantasy for the rest of your fucking life. You will never touch me. Also, then he goes, and I said, I was like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm free with I had crabs. I don't give a shit. He goes, I hope you don't do STD stuff on stage. That's so gross. I go, listen, dude, I do whatever the fuck I want on stage. Right. And I made more money than you last year than you ever made in your fucking life.
it on stage.
Bro, I made more money than my father did, and we had a big ass house. So fucking suck my dick.
Yeah.
You can't fix something that's perfect. Back the fuck up.
Crazy deal.
It's just men do that. They just want to put their little 2 cents in.
You know what that is, don't you?
It's negging.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it doesn't
it's
work.
Like there's that type of guy, and it's a trip. I watch them, and I've got a couple friends that are like that way. I mean, we don't hang out, but they're like, I'm going to say something. Oh well, yeah, it's a nice shirt, but I mean, it's kind of tight. You're kind of fat, or something. Like, and it's just like,
I want you to know that he did gaze at my muffin top.
Try to get put. There's no muffin top. I'm looking at the lack thereof.
I look great.
But they're trying to. And it works. That's the thing that baffles me is that it works.
No, but I've been talking about this on stage a lot recently. So, okay, this is where that is wrong. Okay, first of all, it's so rapey, right? Because it's all tricking women into fucking you.
Here's my thing.
How about
on that.
this? Be someone who's fuckable. Be someone we want to fuck. Remember that guy? The guy that like I can't remember what his name was, but he had that whole show about that was like based on the game, the book where the negging came from.
I don't know who that is.
But this guy wore. He was like, you got a peacock, so he'd be wearing like these top hats with feathers. It's like, how about you take the top hat off and be someone we want to fuck? And if we don't, like, don't be afraid of rejection. Rejection's fine. But so the negging is this. Like, the negging is like, they knock us. Oh, your shoes suck. So then all of a sudden we're like, our shoes suck. And then we're these trolls. They're like, thank you for having us. Do you think that that's good sex? No, you're having fucking insecure, shitty fucking sex.
Those guys
if you
don't
make
know
a
what
girl
good
feel
sex
hot,
is, though.
if you tell a girl how fucking hot she is and how much you want to fuck her and how you can't not fuck her, she will fuck you like a goddess. Like, it's just crazy. It's so backwards.
Well, that's the thing. I think especially for girls is feeling comfortable with your body. And fuck, that takes forever. Maybe never for some of you. And then the next thing is like, how do I feel then comfortable with this other person? Like, just feeling comfortable alone is the one thing. But then here I am, like, and I always thought that was the trip. It's like, here we are in the most intimate setting, whether you're 14 or 40. Like, and you're in this setting.
I hope they're still 14, Tate. Don't give up on the 14-year-olds.
And you can't. No, but like for the first time you have sex, it's like the most quiet, awkward sex ever. It's like,
mine was on a waterbed, so I hear
there's
swishing.
no direction. Oh, that's the worst, man. I had waterbed sex for a year and a half. I stayed on my friend's waterbed. It was awful.
He said that he told everyone that I fucked like a dead fish, and I was like, technically I was swimming.
Yeah.
Of all the times, except if you think about it, it is like, I guess
not all waterbeds
fish.
are like that. There are good water, but mine wasn't like that. Mine was like the.
I mean, it was terrible.
Yeah,
blood everywhere. It was a bloody ocean.
Whoa. That little mishap. Anyway, I don't think that those guys ever experienced that good sex. Those are the same guys, I think, that then run and tell all their friends that they fucked you.
Right, but they also don't care if women come.
No, they don't.
They don't understand
any
like
of it.
And also, just like shout out to men if you're listening. Just make us come immediately. Just eat us out. Make us come. We get cum brain. I'll do your fucking laundry. Like, I'll do anything you want. Like, you can fucking have anything after that.
I always feel like that's the first order of business.
Yeah. Just
You've got to do that, and that because
I demand it. I demand it. I'm not kidding. My friend Alexandria.
You know what's the worst is if you come prematurely, and she doesn't come, and then you're an asshole.
Oh, it's unacceptable.
And it's not as fun.
I will leave a house. I will leave.
It's just.
I'll sleep on a park bench. I will fucking leave.
That's what I like. You're committed to your values.
I demand to come, and every woman should. But anyway, so. I have this friend, Alexandria Rubenstein, or Steen, I don't know. You should look her up. She's fucking awesome. Her website's insane. She paints these fucking really realistic pictures of, like, she has a whole series where it looks like different celebrities eating women out. So it's like Ryan Gosling eating girls out, James Franco, but it's so good. And she has all these things. But then she has another one that's like.
Does she draw them?
Yeah, she paints them. It's like amazing. Awesome. And she has all these, like, she's painted assholes and, like, she's just so great. She's awesome. She's really talented. She's gorgeous and beautiful and wonderful. But so she has this one painting that says, eat it or beat it. And that is going on the front of my door, my new room in Brooklyn. Boom, bitch.
You already have your place?
I'll have it in December, but it's with my friend Lisa Traeger, who's this, like, incredible comedian. Look her up if you've never heard of her. She's fucking, I'm telling you, one of the best comedians I've ever seen in my life. 29.
What are the best spots to go to in New York to see comedy?
New York, my favorite club is The Stand. It's on 3rd Avenue and 20th. It's fucking amazing. Their food is...
Is that the place with the basement?
Yeah, it's in the basement. Right. It's beautiful.
There's an upstairs.
There's a restaurant with a bar. Yeah.
Yeah, Ari took me there one night.
Yeah, Ari performs there a lot, but the food is, did you eat?
I don't think so.
The food is bananas good, and food at comedy clubs is never good. I mean, it's delicious. It's so amazing.
You haven't had the chicken wings at the Comedy Store.
I mean, when people eat at the Comedy Store, I'm like, what are you doing?
Shocked. I'm like, oh, bro.
I've worked there for 3.5 years and I've never eaten anything there.
I had popcorn there. They used to
I
somebody
would
used
enjoy
to
that.
make popcorn.
I'd like that.
It was somebody that worked there, and it was awesome. And,
Yeah.
but
Popcorn's great. It's a bitch to clean up, but it's so good. Yeah, no, the Comedy Store food's gross, but the Stand is the best. Comedy Cellar, obviously. Stand Up New York.
there's one that somebody's named too, isn't there?
New York Comedy Club. Dangerfields.
Caroline's, is it?
Caroline's. Oh, Caroline's is good. I haven't performed there in years, but they were really good to me in the beginning. I did like a comedy contest there and went really far.
It's weird. They go in waves, kind of, don't they, in New York? Like where they, like what's a popular spot?
Well, Caroline's is like the only place that does just like they'll do some shows on the weekdays, but they're really known for having weekends. So like, you know, touring comedians will come in, sell out Caroline's. It's like an honor. Like it's a really
I think
special
that's where
place to
Joe
do.
went. Then,
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah. But the Stand is more like showcasey. Their weekends are showcase shows. And I think the Cellar's like that too.
It's crazy how tight the rooms are there.
Yeah.
Like you're right on top of the stage.
It's like the belly room.
And you're kind of on the same level as everybody, which is weird
Mm-hmm.
too. It's got to be a different kind of thing as a performer.
I love it. I mean, New York's where I started. New York's the real deal. LA's something different.
When you say the real deal, what do you mean?
People are trying to be great at what they do.
Yeah.
And that's all they care about is just being the best at what they do. And it's fucking electric. It's amazing to be around. People in New York are more often trying to make the back of the room laugh. Their other comedian friends trying to be the smartest, the funniest, make the smartest, funniest people they know laugh, rather than just making the audience laugh, because that's low-hanging fruit. You
lot
can
of
make the
that's a
audience
gimme,
laugh.
yeah.
And then in LA, people are a lot more likely to be trying to get TV shows, get famous, so just do enough. So they're just trying to make the audience laugh, which tends to be a little hackier. I'm not saying that LA comics are hacky. Like there's some great comics out there, but I do think that the tone is more trying to get famous than it is trying to like do your craft. And there's no really making the back of the room laugh because everyone's such an ass kisser that they're going to laugh anyway. Everyone's so like...
That's why I like the late nights at the store.
Yeah, where it's real, right?
Like in the last two comics that go up or something, and they'd be kind of like maybe newer regulars that are there, and then you get just the guys that everybody's comfortable with, like Don Barris or whatever that comes in, and will heckle and talk, but in a funny way, back and forth, and
it's really fun. I
like
love when my
Earl
friends push
Skakel
that.
when he goes up and like he just invites it, and
Yeah, or Benji. You
and
could
he
just
is
fucking
great.
talk shit
Ari
to Benji.
used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Ari would take those late spots because he loved to just heckle back and forth with people.
Yeah.
And Don was awesome with him.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
Why'd you kill our savior? Well, we did. Like, it was awesome.
It is weird that the Jews killed Jesus, but whatever. He came back, so nice try, Jews.
It's all good.
We ate peeps. Fuck you. But yeah, no, I love the Comedy Store. I was telling you, I like cried to Adam because I'm moving back to New York, and it was like my last like official set as like a regular that lived in LA.
It'll be so fun to come back though.
It is. I mean, I'm going back next week.
Yeah.
It's like hilarious that I was like, goodbye. I like cried.
Right.
I almost wept on stage.
Right.
I'm going to be back in a week.
Yeah.
But it's like, I realized my sister-in-law actually told me this. She's like, you've always been bi-coastal. So now your home base is your actual home.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
think
like,
it's
yeah,
great.
totally. Because I just wasn't really comfortable.
And I think you're
in LA.
known enough too that it's like if that happens, then now it's work. It's a work trip because you can get paid from whatever show you go do or whatever, and then it's all gravy.
Yeah, it's great, man. I'm excited. I'm really happy to go back to New York. There's just like everyone, not even just in comedy, but everyone's like working to be great. It's such like, it just feels like art there.
What do you think about where you live? Like, is like as far as like, I guess apartment buildings in LA. I mean,
well, I lived
New
in
York,
this
LA, it's
beautiful place in LA. Like I had a washer and dryer, this beautiful view of the Los Feliz Hills, of the mountains. It was gorgeous and it was really nice. 1 bedroom, but really spacious, hardwood floors, great kitchen. But you know what? Fuck that. I'm living on a couch on Kurt Metzger's house up in Washington Heights. I'm fucking living in filth and I've never been happier. I'll give up that apartment in a second.
right.
It's like not about that.
It's interesting, like like people compromise a lot for what their dreams are, for where they like. I mean, I met people in LA recently that live 2 hours out of LA, so they can live in a 5,000 square foot like McMansion or whatever, and they come in and they're a manager at Target or something, and it's like you fucking drive 2.5 hours, 5 hours a day in order to live for a place you sleep.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, I don't know, I'm good in one room apartments is super easy for me because I'm out the rest of the time if I'm in a place that's vibrant.
If you're like living the life you want to live, it doesn't fucking matter what your house looks like because you're not. I'm like, I want to be out. I always preferred that. When I was in New York, I always lived in shitty places and it was great because I just want to be out working.
Yeah, you want to be. I want to shower.
My job
I want my clothes to be safe. I want to be able to leave my hat there if I want to and then go.
Have a place to lay my head and lay some skater's head. But it's just like...
You're still into skateboarders?
No, I'm over it. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm a grown-up. But I really only want to bang guys in their 40s. I did just meet this really hot 27-year-old British dude. But, you know, Brits sound mature.
They sound smart. It's all sexy sounding.
I told him, I was like, I don't know if you're interesting or British, but he's really sweet. He's awesome.
That's the trouble with accents and with outfits. Like, I learned that at the Paramount a long time ago. And I was like, oh... I just wanted to fuck her outfit. It wasn't her.
Yeah.
And I was like, you have great boots. Like,
At a loss well, whatever. Fuck that style.
You got to learn.
That's all right. Gave her the goods.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you're doing what you love, it's just you need a home base and then you're out. Like, I'm so happy. I lost so much weight just like being happy. I look skinnier, right?
I was afraid that you maybe had the AIDS, but...
I don't have the AIDS,
okay.
But I never want to be skinny. I'm over that shit too. Skinny ain't real.
You look great. You look healthy. I wouldn't say skinny. You just look healthy.
Skinny ain't real.
You look like a fit woman.
I want to fuck men that want to fuck a woman.
And you look comfortable.
I'm happy, man. I dance. I'm having such a good time.
What we were talking earlier today. I wish I hate seeing you kind of before we hit.
I know because we hit too many topics.
Because we talk so much. But you know, we were talking about trolls and all that earlier and talking about, you know, friends of yours that have gotten super popular and now the trolls are just bigger and all that. But with that at the same time, and we're talking about weight. Mm-hmm. And I just got back from China, which is fucking amazing. And one of the most striking things for me, and we were talking to a lot of different places about diabetes and about like what's happening in America and like high fructose corn syrup hasn't really hit China yet in a way. It's like they just look normal. They smoke cigarettes. I want to call them healthy. I mean, a lot of people, they smoke more cigarettes. The air smells like cigarettes.
Good for them living in the present.
It is crazy. But there's not obese people. And it didn't really strike me until I got back. I landed in Dallas. And I was like, oh, fuck. These are sick human animals. Mm-hmm. Like as human beings, these are sick ones.
Yeah, I don't think it's just fructose, dude. I think it's a cultural thing where we are not happy with ourselves ever. We are fucking feel rotten and shitty.
It's also that kind of corporate food structure. I mean, as soon as there's a study on an island in the Samoan island chain that they're eating fish basically for a diet, fish and fruit. And then in 10 years, their mortality rate went down like 10 years and their diabetes went up like 700%. And so there is all that. As soon as McDonald's and orange soda hits a place, it fucks it up.
It's media, it's all that shit, but also our culture. Like, if you think about how afraid people are of aging, right, in our country, like because we treat our elderly like shit, where like everyone else is like,
you think that's why they're afraid of aging?
Yeah, I think it's death. We don't have a healthy death concept. What?
Don't you think it's vanity?
I think vanity is a product of it.
Of being scared of not.
Well, because we're youth obsessed, because we hate elderly, right? So that's where it stems from. Because people are like, ew, gross, whatever.
The only way I'm obsessed with that in any kind of way is that I want to make as much money as I can, so that if my mom ever needs a nurse, if she gets sick, that she'll be okay.
Yeah, but
I don't ever think about it about myself,
right?
Because I'll fucking check out. Like I'm not tripping about that.
Dude, I can't wait to get old. I'm never getting Botox. I can't wait to have every fucking wrinkle I fucking earned. But I just feel like it's like I had to really do a lot of work on that. And I think people are really unhappy with who they are, trying to be different. Everyone's always trying to be skinnier or this or that or whatever. No one is fucking happy with themselves. No one in America is like living in the present. And so it's all past shit or all future shit. And I think that that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. But obviously also McDonald's and stuff like that. I'm not going to discount McDonald's. But I just see like, I told you I did like this ayahuasca-y like journey recently. Yeah, like, and it was all women. It was like 24 women. And I just realized, yeah, it was amazing. Sisterhood, fucking connected to like everything.
How did you get connected with the group?
Through a friend of mine. A woman who I was friends with. And I wasn't going to be able to do it because I had a weekend and my agent fucked up and I was so happy. Or they didn't fuck up. I guess I didn't write back. I'm not going to say my agent's fucked up, but maybe I didn't respond in time or whatever. And I was so happy to do it. And I went out there and I just realized that like all the women hated themselves and thought they were ugly. And it was crazy because we're all fucking beautiful. It's like like it was just like insane. And I just tapped into that, and I was like, fuck, I'm never going to feel that way again.
I love what you just did when you said my agent fucked up.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, maybe I fucked up or whatever. But like that kind of self-reflection, like I don't hang out with anybody that doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing about the narrative about like what happened, it's like, the only person that it's important that gets blame placed on them is me in a way. I need to be 100% responsible to my life, and it's all, you know.
I'll tell you something. So I did a commercial, like a promo commercial for this company. It was just a buyout. It was like $500. But I always, whenever I've acted before, I've been so insecure because I really was coming from this place of feeling like I was this rotten person that was just born bad and terrible, and that I would go into these. I had so much imposter syndrome, so any success I got, I thought was like some sort of fluke, and everyone was going to find me out.
What made you so aggressive?
Yeah, for sure.
Like coming into a room like a bull, just.
I mean, I still do that.
Well, that's.
I'm a lighter bull.
It's a different thing.
Yeah, I'm kind.
Yeah.
I mean, but I've always been nice. But it was just like, so it was this protective shield that I had or whatever. But I just always felt like I didn't deserve the things, and that people made a mistake if they booked me on something. So I would do a commercial or something, and the director would give me a note, and I would take the note, it would go into my head, and then it would go, you suck, you suck, you suck, they're gonna see you suck, you suck, you suck, and by the time it came out of my mouth, I forgot the direction. So now, when I go in as a fucking mountain,
that's a horrible malady to have.
But listen, now when I'm like, I'm a fucking mountain, I'm the shit, like, not in a way where I'm better than anyone else, but I'm like, I'm good, they're good, like, I see the goodness. I go in there like, I deserve this, I can't wait to have a fun time with these people. So then they give me a direction, and it's like, you know, say it like this, and it goes, and I'm like, you're the shit, you're the best, you're awesome, and then I fucking deliver, and I crush, right? So then I was really excited that I had this experience. I go out. What's that?
What was the commercial?
It was just a promo for, like, it'll never air, but it was for a Verizon thing. It was super fun. I had such a good time with the crew. It was just super fun. It was really, really, really fun.
I love all that stuff because it's like putting reps in.
Yeah.
I'm like, even when I go to auditions, I'm like, people are like, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's a great opportunity to go in there and
auditioning.
That's
is
part of the craft. Like that's part of the deal.
But auditioning is amazing for me now. I used to be so afraid of it because I was like, they're gonna see me. This is where they're gonna. And now I go and I'm like, it's like, if this part isn't it, they'll see me for something else.
That's what I think too.
And it's just like great. It's just like so fun. I like meeting the people. It's great now. It's really good.
Yep.
But so I do this commercial. I go out. I do I've been doing 2 to 5 sets a night in New York. So I do my 2 to 5 sets. I'm like hanging out with one of the girls that works at the stand all night. We're having this great time, like fucking girling down, smoking like so many cigarettes. I smoked like a pack of cigarettes.
Do you ever do 2 sets in the same bar? Like at the same club?
Late on different shows, yeah.
Okay.
Like I'll go and come back.
I was wondering if you just like, because I remember Joey Diaz would always talk about like, oh, I got a place at and then I go to Pasadena, and then I'm back in Hollywood, and then
I do that, but I'll also do like one time I had to go like one in the city, one in Long Island City, back to the city, back to Long Island City, and I just I live for that stuff. So I love running on stage with a minute to spare. It's my favorite. It's so exciting. But anyway, so I just like smoked like chain smoked cigarettes all night. Was just like so tired. Woke up in the morning with my agent calling me, my commercial agent being like, they want to bring you back. I mean, I'd gone to bed at 9 a.m. They're like, they want to bring you back. Can you be there at 11:30? They want you to do voiceover. I've shot my voice at this point.
Awesome.
I've been screaming.
You're like, I'm bringing a different voice today.
And I go, but I said to her, I go, can you have them do it at noon? I'm not going to be able to get there, or 1 or something. And I'm not going to be able to get there till then. And tell them, sorry, I'm a loser that stayed up till 9 a.m. And then I go, wait. Actually, let me rephrase that. Tell them, that it's crazy. I'm so awesome that my life lets me stay up till 9 a.m. And she was like, yes. And then I fucking did it. I crushed the fucking thing. I drank tea. I went
in the back of your mind, do you think they're going to think I'm doing coke, that I was up till 9
I don't give a fuck. Think whatever you want. Yeah, I know I wasn't doing coke.
It's not like people that do coke don't get hired.
Yeah, that's
Clearly.
true. Well, I once got fired from a job because I thought I was on coke, but I was dead sober. I was writing for Impractical Jokers, who I love those guys, but they had the showrunner that just didn't like me. And we had been eating powdered donuts. He pulled me outside.
You're shitting me.
I'm not even kidding. He pulled me outside. He goes, I know you're on coke. And I was like, I thought he was pranking me. I was like, I've been sober 4 years. This was 4 years ago.
What the fuck?
And he's like, I saw the coke on your shirt. And I was like, dude, that was powdered donuts.
When I'm doing coke, I would not waste any. I would have licked all that up, and whoever I'm doing would.
That would be on my gums.
Yeah, don't be dumb,
bro. What, are you kidding me?
That's hilarious.
And then he was like, and just the way, like, he's like, I can tell your person. I'm like, dude, I just talk a lot. Like, I'm annoying, and I had a donut. Deal with it.
I'm Jewish.
But they ended up, I'm Quaker.
Whatever.
Do you know what Quakerism is?
Same shit.
It's the best.
Why is it the best?
Okay, Quakerism is a form of Christianity that's chill as fuck. So instead of believing that God is in the
I always
form
think of
of
them as like Amish.
No, people do that a lot. It's just because
I
they're
don't know
like
why that
simpler.
is. Because you have the same hats or something?
No, we don't. I mean, we did back in the day, but the Amish still dress like that. Quakers dress like me.
So do the Jews.
But so it's that instead of God being like a mystical being in the sky, God's in the form of an inner light that's in everyone and everything. Ooh, are you weeping yet?
I like
so
that.
Like God's in this countertop.
Where's Jesus come in? Because I'm into this so far.
We're unprogrammed. So there's programmed and unprogrammed. So we don't really talk about Jesus.
I've never heard the term programmed and unprogrammed.
So programmed
Christians.
Quakerism is like very Christian. It's not cool for me. But unprogrammed is like really chill. We don't talk about Jesus. But you can if you want. So this is how it is. So it's super open. So there's good in everyone and a light in everyone. And so it's very open-minded.
This is
a lot
how you
of
were
gays.
raised?
Yeah. So
Crazy.
but think about this. This is why I do stand-up, because Quaker church is...
But your parents are Jews, right?
No.
They never were? Mm-mm. Okay.
Maybe one time, one lifetime. But my grandfather was German Jew.
I was wondering if they converted to or something, you know?
No. But my mom started us as Quaker. She was working at a Quaker school and liked it. So, I don't go to Quaker meeting anymore, but I might. If I'm here on Sunday, I'll go, and I'm not camping. I'll go to the one on Canyon Road. Yeah. Their backyard is so, have you been to that garden?
Gorgeous.
It's so beautiful.
That little tree, sit around the tree.
Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah.
But so what you do is you sit in silence, and then if you feel moved to speak, the reason it was called Quakers is because I think it was this guy named John Fox. He would like shake because God was speaking through him. So it's called the Quakers. But so it's supposed to be, if you're moved by God to speak, you stand up and speak.
Shakes the words
So beautiful. So I I would always, when I was little, I would speak. I would just be all nervous. And it's like, so that's why I do stand up. Like that was my original stand up, just telling my dick jokes to my teachers. And I was
crazy.
Sweet. But it's really cool. It's really beautiful.
Where do all the Quakers live? Like the way that,
Pennsylvania. A lot of them are
Amish
are
or Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan. Like
yeah. But I went to like a youth Quake, which was like all these youth groups, these Quaker youth groups.
Great fucking name.
From all around. Yeah, it was awesome. I almost got kicked out.
Monster truck, youth Quake.
Yeah, it was awesome. But it was in North Carolina, and it was all the different Quaker youth groups across the United States. And I was still a juvenile delinquent. I was like, I'm Quaker, but I fucking steal cars. So we, but me and my friend, I remember I met my friend Tait, who's awesome. This dude, I can't remember where he lived, but I met him and we like hit it off. I wanted to hook up with him. And so my friend and I were going to like sneak out. My roommate, we were going to sneak out and go meet him. But I guess someone found out, one of the adults found out. So they had an adult stationed outside of our door. So we tied our fucking sheets together and scaled the wall. It was like snowing. It was like January or something.
This is awesome.
We scaled the wall. We went
It's like
over.
a
I just
fucking
got my
movie.
nipples pierced. I remember like making out with him and him like not being able to touch my boobs.
How old were you?
14.
God
Smoking cigarettes. It was great,
Did you
dude.
pierce your own nipples?
No, I got them pierced by a woman named Sue at South Street Tattoo. Shout out to the lady that very illegally pierced my child titties.
Go to jail.
I mean, I remember thinking like, this is so cool, but I'm like, she's also touching like my parts, my private parts. Can you imagine if I got my clit
And
pierced by her?
stabbing them.
But she also, I remember she dropped the needle and she goes, "Ooh, Butterfingers," right before she went through. I'm like, Butterfingers.
5 second
bitch.
rule.
Holy shit. Bitch, please. But I got my first one when I was 14, then my second one when I was 16.
No infections.
No, and then I took them out when I was 20.
Could you have gone back to back?
Yeah, I could have, but I was little.
Like I was wondering, like if it.
Yeah, I
hurt
could have
too
done them at
much.
once. Yeah, for sure. But it hurt a lot. But it was fun. I liked having my nip rings. There's still little like holes in my titties.
You could squeeze milk out of.
Little white shit comes out of it. It's gross.
Yeah.
But kind of cool. It's gross to other people. Kind of cool to me. It's like your toe jam. You're like, yeah, it's for me. It's mine.
That's awesome. So what else is on your plan?
Okay, so some things I'm really looking forward to. I've got a bunch of festivals coming up. I'm doing a weekend in Arizona at Flagstaff. Stand Up Scottsdale. I keep saying Flagstaff. Stand Up Scottsdale Halloween weekend. I'll be there. I have, I'm going to, I'm doing a comedy festival in Houston in November, and I'm doing Dead Crow in North Carolina, second weekend of November. I mean, I'm just on the road. I'm having a great time.
Are you doing any fundraising or anything for Hillary?
I am with her. So she is our president.
When you mean you're with her, you mean
I'm fingering her. We scissor.
We scissor.
I've been eating the future Prez out, and I would eat her out. I'd eat her out.
I believe you.
I'd peg her. Oh, I'd love to peg her.
I think that'd be preferable.
I really want to peg, and I can't
That'd be
peg a man.
preferable to eating her
No,
out.
I'm telling you, on a girl code last season, I had to wear a strap on for something, and I understood. I understood the power you guys feel. Like the fact that you guys aren't just smacking us in the face with your dicks all the time is such a thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I know it's hard, but I just was smacking shit off tables, smacking everyone in the face. And I was like, I want to peg someone, but I like my men to be men, so I would never want to emasculate them like that. So I have to fuck a chick, and the only girls I've ever hooked up with look like dudes, so I need to fuck a hot chick. I need to peg a hot chick. My dad is FaceTiming me right as I said. Dad, I'm on a podcast. I was just talking about pegging.
Does your dad know what pegging?
My dad taught me what pegging was. Dad, tell them where you learned what pegging was. Tell them where you learned it.
I was with these old ladies, these three old ladies, and they said, "Hey, young man, you want to try something new?" I've never gone back. I can't live without a peg.
Call him Peg Bundy, folks. No, Dad, you learned from the show Girls.
Did I?
Yeah.
Honey, at my age, am I expected to remember anything? I mean,
yes.
pegging is very important, I understand.
Pegging is number one.
Pegging is number one. Thank you so much.
Phenomenal.
Well, Dad,
Call me when you're...
I'll call you when I'm done. I love you.
And thank you.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
He says you're welcome. Love you, Daddy.
He didn't say you're welcome because I could
But
hear what he was
I
saying.
saw it in his eyes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Got it.
He's the best.
So you want to peg a lady?
I think I want to peg like a hot chick. Like a fucking...
Do you want to fuck her ass or her pussy?
Her pussy.
Why do you look at me like that's like? How dare you?
Listen, I had anal for the first time recently. It was good. It was fine. But it's a thing. I don't want to do a thing. I just want to do the regular thing.
It is a regular thing for some girls.
Come on now. Your asshole is a muscle. It's not the same. It's dry. It's different. It's totally a thing. Yo, you know I did enemas. You know all day I was fucking ass up in the tub.
Really?
I didn't eat. I had soup for breakfast and I didn't eat.
I just got a box.
I was like, I will not shit on this dick. I will not shit on this dick.
I just got a box from Tim Frankie for enemas.
I want to do some enemas.
For doing, I've never done one before.
Dude, I squirted my ass. I was staying at Kurt Metzger's house. I had his keys.
Do it with coffee. So that you can clean your liver and gallbladder.
I want to do that. Yeah. I really, honestly, doing it for anal made me realize I want to do it for myself. I want to do it for myself.
That's a t-shirt.
But it was really like
the front is
my friend was
anal.
like buzzing in, like I squirted it right on my ass. I'm in his like tub, like ass up, face down, and I hear the buzzer and I'm like, oh my God. So I had to like hold my butthole and like
That's
go
what you're
let him
supposed
in.
to do anyway. You should hold it for 15 minutes.
No, I know, but you're supposed to have your ass up.
Is that right?
I didn't want to just squirt out.
I don't know.
I didn't want to leave a trail.
What if you went like pile driver position?
What's that?
You know, like where your shoulders on the ground, but your ass is up.
That's what I was doing. Oh, I see. Like all the way up. That would be cool. But it was
cool, but
yeah, no, then I like told the dude, we were like at a hotel and I was like, yeah, I like didn't eat or whatever. He's like, I was like, I just wasn't gonna shit on it. He's like, if you shit on my dick, you know we're both doing this. Like it's just like we're together.
I understand
in this.
where I am.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I wouldn't have cared. And I was like, all right, whatever. I'll bang you again. Thank you.
You will.
You've earned what?
That's growth for you.
Dude, I'm openly connecting with people.
Normally you're not going to returns.
Yeah, I know. No, but I'm like openly connecting with people. It's fun. I'm like really excited. I told you I'm in my like try anything phase. I want to get peed on. I want to pee on. I don't even like, that doesn't even sound hot to me. I just want to try all the things and see what my thing is because I fucked a lot, but I was sober.
Things.
Or what's that?
I bet it's not one of your things.
I don't think so, but I fucked a lot, but I was always drunk and I was always self-conscious.
I mean,
and
have
I
you
was
ever
never
masturbated to getting peed on or peeing on somebody?
No, but it's a pheromones thing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a pheromones thing.
You study all this.
I'm learning. I'm excited.
I can't even imagine what your search history looks like.
Oh, man. What have I been watching? You know what I'm not into? Super like crazy bondage. This guy. Do you remember the guy that I told you about who fingered me on the airplane like 3.5 years ago? And I started dating my boyfriend like the next day. I still talk to him. We like FaceTime now. Like he's hot, dude. He's so hot. But he's really into bondage. Like he's getting a bed that has like the clips on it and stuff. But he's 32. And I'm like, dude, this is like older shit. Like, let's have like regular good sex. Like I don't want to get, I'm fine with being like tied down a little bit, but it's like he keeps sending me this porn with like ball gags and stuff. I'm like, I'm good.
Right.
Not interested.
Do you tell him that?
Yeah. Not into it.
Does he still send them?
He's like, you will be. I'm like, no, I won't.
You will be.
I won't. I'll do some shit, but it's too. I'm like, I don't want to get my fucking pussy whipped. Something?
What? Does he want to break you?
I think he does, but I'm like,
yeah.
I'm already broken in a good way. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
I'm already here. I'm present.
I'm broken and healed, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm present. Yeah. You don't. It's like, connect with me. Don't do this. You don't have to do this silly shit.
I feel like then at this point you have to fuck older guys because you're a grown up now.
I love fucking older guys now. It's great because I like men that appreciate a woman's body. European men I'm really into now because people are so naked over there all the time. I love uncut. My faves. Oh, I love it.
Because it's something extra to play with?
Yeah, but also I don't cast judgment on any dicks. I've had a micro dick and I had it twice, and I had it twice.
A micro dick? Mm-hmm. And you went back for seconds on it?
Because he ate out really well. Ones? He was really good.
Now, when you say a micro dick, what's exactly that?
2 number 2 pencils fused together. He was a sweetie, though. He was a really nice guy. 2 number
2 pencils.
Erasers, sorry, fused together. Tiny. But listen, let me tell you, ate me out. He was awesome. My old roommate.
So up to the big knuckle on your little finger.
It was very little.
God damn, that's a trip.
And that's fucked up because he just was like cursed.
He just got a bad draw.
Yeah, but it's okay because he was cool.
Was he happy?
Yeah, he always had like long-term girlfriends. So he had girls that didn't care because he ate it out really well. I remember he let me pick up my phone once. My friend had just gotten an abortion. I was like, oh, I'm getting eaten out. This was in Santa Fe. I was like, oh, that's so weird. She's like, I just had an abortion. I was like, I'm getting eaten out. And we all laughed.
I hope he's got the nicest life.
I think he does.
Good.
He's a good dude, man.
Good.
He's awesome. No, I banged him twice. It's like, come on. But I don't discriminate against people that, if you're going to get naked in front of me, I'm not going to judge you.
I feel like you're kind of already pot committed at that point, too.
Whatever. Different dicks do different things.
Okay.
It's all good. No one should be ashamed of what they got. You just got what you got. Right?
I suppose. I mean, it's not like you didn't work hard enough for it or something, you know? It's like all of that. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People just need to fucking, this is what you look like, this is who you are, and just fucking.
That's to a point. I mean,
I know that you're in the like health field and everything. No, I think that, you know.
I mean, I think it's a bummer. I think that's true with all those physical things that's just like.
But the stuff you can't even change too.
Or whatever. But if you come out normal, I'll say this: if your fucking baby is an 8-year-old and he's 180 pounds, you deserve to go to jail for child abuse.
I think weight, honestly, like, okay, so self-acceptance when you're overweight will help you lose weight. I'm not saying self-acceptance.
I think shame works.
Shame makes you overeat. I was an overeater, so I understand that, and it's like it's a cycle, and it's shame, and you eat more, and you eat more.
It's also macronutrients and drowning yourself with sugar, and sugar begets more sugar, and not understanding how food fuels your body or your psyche because it changes your emotions.
But I knew
that's a huge part of it.
But when I was heavier, I knew how to not be heavy.
No way.
I knew.
Really?
Yeah. I had all the tools, but I hated myself. I was fucking depressed. I was in LA. I felt like shit. Felt pressure to be thin, and I just couldn't do it. When was that? Just when I was back in LA, and I wasn't like fat or anything.
You were so hot. I mean, and everybody tried to bang you the whole time.
Mm-mm.
Oh yes.
Mm-mm. I mean, maybe. I just realized I was pretty 3 months ago, so I'm really enjoying it.
Well, you sure faked it good then. But
miserable.
That shit, I think you got a responsibility to your body. I don't give a fuck what your demons are, your self-hatred, your whatever. It's your job to be a professional human and to get past that shit. But some people, it's a sickness,
Tate. Some people, it's like the way their parents talk to them when they were little or whatever. And if you trigger that, they're never going to get skinny. So if the shame... No, I think they should deal with it, but it's an inside thing.
Sure.
First.
Whatever it takes, though.
Because they could do your shit and then fucking relapse.
What I'm saying is quit accepting it. And that's the thing.
But they don't accept it. Nobody accepts it.
We have this whole fake shit. We have this whole
body shaming thing. No, I agree.
All over the internet with social justice warriors to and fro.
Well, do you remember my picture that I drew of me looking in the mirror and then the reflection is Danny DeVito? Do you remember that?
No.
I'll send it to you.
That's great.
But it got it blew up. It went viral and stuff. And I would see it, and someone posted on Reddit and was like, "This is body shaming Danny DeVito." You know what? Or trans shaming. It was just like, you fucking psychos. This is just a drawing I made in 3 hours.
Here you go. Is that real? Or are you trolling me? Like, do you really are you really dumb enough to think that? Everyone wants to fit
their agenda. Every egg has a voice. This is the generation of that. Everyone wants to feel important, and people feel important when they're mad.
If you don't understand what eggs are, what she's talking about is on Twitter, the eggs that are just anonymous nothings that are out there with Spike Man.
Don't even have the
69
balls
as
to have
their
a fucking
name,
avatar.
and they don't. Yeah.
You don't have a picture up, you fool.
Yeah.
You will never affect my day.
Yeah.
Peace. I used to get real mad at trolls, and now I'm unfucking touchable. I used to fuck with them though. When guys would say real nasty stuff to me, I would just tag their wives underneath.
Interesting. On Facebook or what?
Instagram. One guy wrote, there was a picture of me, I think, and my niece or something. He wrote, only thing missing from this picture is my dick in your mouth. So I went to his page.
You're shitting me.
Listen, went to his page, and there was a picture, or his whole thing was like about, I love my wife, my life is my wife, right?
Yeah.
All these pictures of his wife. So I just took her handle and tagged her
Jesus,
under it.
husband, family.
I put his wife's handle right under it, and then he went, that's fucked up, and blocked me. Peace, bitch.
That's awesome.
You don't get, I'll take your anonymity away. You don't get to be a fucking shitty person to me and be a hero at your house.
That's so crazy.
You treat all women good,
well,
motherfucker.
you know that
treat
he's
them all
not a
well.
hero at his house, for sure. Like, that's a broken
Another
person.
guy was like going after me, calling me fat, and he was obviously suffering from obesity himself. And I found he just wouldn't stop, and I was like, dude, this is going to become a thing if
There's
you keep
all
it
those
up.
guys that do that shit that have when I see them on Instagram, it's always a dude that has a blocked profile, that has a private profile.
Yeah. No, that's because they've seen me. You better have a blocked profile,
So
motherfucker,
funny.
and I will find your ass. I will find where you work. I had one where my brothers were trying to get this guy fired, and I was like, no, because I'll tag my brothers and shit too.
Right.
I'm like, watch the Ledermans all come after you. But
Ledermans.
the Ledermans, excuse me. But yeah, no, it's like I'll
How many
fuck
brothers
with you.
do you
But
have?
2 brothers. I have a twin brother and a 35-year-old brother.
Huh.
Yeah, it's sick.
Where do they live?
My older brother lives in Philly near my parents with his son and his wife. And then my twin brother lives in the suburbs of Boston with his wife and his 2 daughters, who are my life.
Crazy.
Yeah, my nieces and nephews are my fucking everything. So
I love that,
cute.
man. I love going and visiting my friends with kids and all that. Like,
They're so great. Are you an only child?
but no, I have a sister.
Oh, you do?
She
Where's
has
your
an
sister?
8-year-old little boy. They live in Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, shit. That's cool.
They're basically Russian.
It's so awesome. Does she look like you?
No, she's 5'2".
Same parents?
I think 5'2" or 5'3". I think so.
Same mom?
You'd have to ask my mom.
Because your face is so your mom. Who's your dad?
My dad's name is Steven. He lives in Michigan mostly.
Do you have a relationship with him?
We see each other about once a year, sometimes twice a year.
Do you love him?
Yeah, he's great.
Your mom's so awesome. I mean, you and your mom have such a special...
We went through it, and then there's just time, I mean, it's like, I feel like you're connected to somebody like that. Like, the way I felt like is that it was like a responsibility to get past everything. And somebody told me a fucked up thing once. They go, if you don't get a relationship with your dad right, you'll never get a relationship with anybody right.
Right.
Like, get right with yourself so that you're right with all people.
It feels so good. Like, and
there's a real freedom in that.
No, just like growing up, hearing your parents, letting them be humans,
and
forgiving them.
And how bad is it to hear somebody's name or to see their and have a feeling about it that's not good?
Tait, can I tell you, after I did this journey, I texted my ex-boyfriend who I fucking hate. He made my mother cry 2 times. Imagine someone making your mom cry.
That's not good.
Okay, and I was like, I'll hate this motherfucker till the day I die. And then I realized, you know what? I don't want to walk into any room feeling small. I want to be as big as I can in every fucking room. I don't want to feel weird ever. So I texted him. I was like, if you're ready to hear what I have to say, I'm ready to say it. And he was like, okay, I'm going to meet up with him. And I'm not going to do this for him.
You haven't done it yet.
No, I'm going to do it.
Rad.
But what I realized is like, I was being nice to him by not telling him how much he hurt me. I was being kind. Right? And I don't need to be kind to this person. It's not that I'm not going to be kind to him. And it's not about forgiving him and then becoming friends with him. Like, he fucking burned that bridge. He'll never be in my life like that.
Right.
But I need to stand up for myself and my mom, and I need to tell him how fucking deeply that hurt me. He needs to feel that. And if he can't, because I speculate that he might be a sociopath and maybe is just a rotten person, but I got to give him a chance to like understand how much the way that he treated me and the way he treats other people hurts people.
I think there's a lot of people that don't understand how that.
He's a monster, dude. People don't like working with him. He's so nasty.
Just unaware of a lot of behaviors,
And it's all insecurity. It's selfishness, entitlement. It's like, I should have things. No. You shouldn't. And
or
that's
it
why you're
could
doing
just be
this.
self-absorption. Like, you just
It's a
didn't
nightmare.
know. I saw these 2 girls meet each other the other day, and they'd known each other before, and I didn't know they knew each other. And you could just tell there was mad tension. And I was like, that's interesting. And I talked to one, like, later, and I go, so there's a little something there, huh? And she goes, yeah, we just never really saw eye to eye, and I don't know why, some people you don't click with or whatever. And she kind of just, and that was about it. And I go, okay, cool. And then my friend talked to the other one, and she's like, I go, so there's some beef between them, huh? And she goes, Yeah, she says apparently there was one time when she was really nasty to her or whatever. And so here's this moment in somebody's mind when they felt, you know, in some way slighted, and that the other person's completely unaware of. Like, there's a lot of that in your life. So my point is that you could be setting him free too. He might not even be aware of.
I'm going to tell him everything.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to tell him fucking everything.
Yeah.
Because people tell me all the shit about him because they know I don't like him.
Sure.
His mom apologized for the way she raised him, and I never told him because I thought it would hurt his feelings. And he's going to hear all of it. Like, make your mom proud the way you treat people out in public, dude.
It's a tough deal. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, when, I don't know if it was 10 years ago maybe, but like I started looking at life differently and going, people talking about what success is, you know? I mean, you have a little tiny modicum of success, like a sprinkle on a national level or somewhere where like people are like, oh my God. And it's like, people ask you about that, about success, and like, well, how, you know, whatever. And I think that it's just different. Like, people are like, what do you think of what that means? And I go, I think it means that, you know, people that have helped you, that they would look at you and think that they didn't waste their time and that they were proud of the way that you're behaving currently, right?
Right.
Like,
you just want to make people proud. You want to be grateful for the people that helped you too.
That's the thing.
But you know what I've been doing? Like, I've been really like.
What time is it?
It's 4:22.
I gotta go.
I'll just tell you this real quick though. So I've been really just trying to throw compassion at people if they come at me nasty, because I know I'm good and great. So it's like, it's on them. So I'm like, what is it that they're seeing about me that they don't have, or whatever? What do they not notice about themselves? So I was in New Orleans, and, you know, I was just like partying on this strip or whatever it's called, Bourbon. And there was this Australian kid who used to be a child actor, and I was talking to him. And I was like, you know, dude, you have like a look, like I kind of sense that you're going to be really successful. I think you should get an agent in America. I was like, I really like believe in you. And he's like, oh, I just used to be a child actor. And I was like, no, dude, if you could do it then, you're even better now. Like, don't like sell yourself short. You just need to believe in yourself or whatever. I'm getting this pep talk. Then he walks over to this other guy and he says to him, do you know, who is she? Is she anybody? Right? Wait. And the guy's like, I don't know. And then he Googles me. He goes, she ain't shit. So I go, okay, and the guy tells me that. I go, thank you for that. So then I pull the guy over and I go, listen, before I say anything, I want you to know I completely forgive you. I'm not upset with you. My feelings are not hurt. I completely understand what's going on.
What a trip.
I go, you need to drop your ego. He goes, there's no ego. I go, bro, I heard what you just did. That's all ego and entitlement. And I promise you that I'm telling you right now, I see something really special in you, and you need to drop the bullshit. That's all nonsense. Do not worry about other people. I'm telling you as a human being that you are going to be successful if you stop doing this. Boom. Later, bitch. See ya. I don't feel bad. He doesn't feel bad. Maybe he feels a little bad.
I doubt it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe when people get their covers pulled a little bit, like, because he expects to be.
But I don't know if he's going to hear that or not. But I promise him, I swear, if you had success at one point, you can have it again. It's just you got to drop your bullshit.
I don't know. I think people get corroded over time too.
Yeah.
I mean, people get actually spoiled. Like, you think of the idea of spoiling something, or like, you can't bring back spoiled milk.
Right.
It's rotten forever. And there are people that get mutated, but it takes a lot of work to do. And if your ego is still all fucked up like that, you're not even close to
But that kid, it was like, here's the thing. If I hadn't said that to him, I would have felt bad, right? I would have been like, well, that makes me feel bad. That guy sucks or whatever. And I was like, nah, I'm just going to fucking throw compassion.
I think also, I don't know, the only time I talk really about that isn't that shit, but like, because whatever, like, everybody's a fan when they see me. But like, the thing, like, if there's something that I'm thinking something's going on, like I feel something's weird, and then I'll mention it just like to clear the air, because
I call it out to
all
you.
the problems that are out there are this silent thing about, like, I think that they're thinking that, no, you don't. As soon as you're doing, I'm thinking that they're thinking.
Tait, I do that shit all the time. You call it out, like,
you
let's
have
air
to
this
talk
shit.
about it. Like, what's
People
going on?
Don't like that, man. My
and then some people appreciate it. There's some beautiful
therapist,
moments on the other side of that.
When I was like still coming from this place of feeling like I was a bad person, I was so defensive. So I have this ability to see people. Like, I've always been able to really read people. I can feel people. I'm in New York. I can feel fucking everyone around me, man. It's beautiful. It's like so amazing. Like, I can really tap into some shit. And I've always been able to do that. But I had this therapist that told me, he's like, people don't like when you do that sometimes because you're shining a light in their basement and they hid stuff down there. But here's the thing. I was coming from a defensiveness. So I would see them lying to me and I'd be like, why are you lying? Why are you doing this to me? So I'd come from that way. Now that I realize that I'm good and I'm cool, I'm like, I see the goodness in people and I'm shining light on like the shit they have down there, like the fucking teddy bears or like the shit from their childhood they don't remember, like the good stuff. So I don't have to do it in a defensive way. There's no negative. I'm just reminding them of how great they are. Sick.
Better.
It's way better.
Are we gonna be able to talk later?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too. All
right.
Thanks for having me on again.
Guys, we'll talk later.
Later,
And,
Jeremiah.
you'll get part
Sorry
two.
to mention your dick this time.
Which dick was that? Because we
Remember
talked-
Jeremiah?
we did a
Remember
lot-
Jeremiah
Yeah,
was
but we
like-
did a lot of dick talk.
He wasn't mentioned
He
in
was
this
a
one,
micro
but he
penis.
was in the last one.
Okay. Gotta go.
Bye.